We're back, and today's special guest is Jeff Konya, our Northeastern State University Athletic Director. Welcome to the program today.
Thanks, Jerry. Glad to be here.
We're glad to have you back. We had a chance to visit earlier in the year, kind of as things were kicking off for NSU, and give us a few minutes, a recap about, as we wrap up this academic year, what's been happening in the world of athletics at NSU.
Well, it's been quite a year. I can't believe it's gone by this fast.
It's almost over.
We'll start with football.
Okay.
That's probably our most visible sport. And while our record was 2-9, I think we had a lot of growth in the program. We played a lot of younger players. And in fact, we were just coming from spring ball earlier today, and it seems like Kenny Davis, our quarterback, is really progressing nicely. And so we're real excited about heading into fall, what could be with football, and hopefully that's going to be the pivotal year in remaking and rebranding our football team. But as you know, and we mentioned offline, the football experience at Doc Wadley Stadium this year, we really tried to improve, in terms of the fan interaction, fan participation.
Let's review some of those. I know we had several that were special halftime events and cancer awareness and just all sorts of things that were a part of from a community standpoint.
Absolutely. We really tried to engage the community. We wanted to talk about the Redmond issue in a real creative and positive way. So we did the Heritage video, which is actually up for some awards this year.
Very good.
And we'll find out this summer if we do win some of those media awards at the National Conference for the NCAAs in NACDA. But other than that, from the fan interaction, we also gauged our students on campus, fraternities and sororities primarily, see what they'd like in terms of the interaction. And so you saw them kind of dancing and moving to some different music and some interactive pieces. And we even got Dr. Betts to lead us in a rendition of Don't Stop Believin'. So it was all real positive and real fun. Tried to create a fun family atmosphere there.
Well, it was great. Tailgating was a lot of fun, and they've expanded that somewhat. And it was a good opportunity for a family type experience. I know the students seem to have had a real positive experience with it. I know they're excited, already talking a little bit about from on campus, visiting with some of the fraternities about some of the plans they've got for next fall. So you'll have some surprises, I'm sure.
We always got something up the sleeve.
That's right.
But we will have some surprises. We will have a couple of new videos. Everybody's asking what the new video is going to look like next year, so we'll have a couple of new videos. Aaron Anderson does a great job at Northeastern with those kind of things. So we'll have a couple of those, and we'll have a couple other little interactive pieces for the community to participate during the game. And of course, we're going to cap this off with a real successful football product on the field.
I hope so. I think it's going to be an exciting year. And I think generally when you have quite a change in program and leadership and so forth, a team and the public have to be somewhat patient. It doesn't happen overnight. There's a building line that you have to go through, and we have to be patient. And good start last year and high expectations this year.
Well, it's a critical mass year. I think we're going to have to see some improvement there in terms of some of the results. But you know, a lot of stuff is happening behind the scenes, and you only get a handful of games to show that growth. So all the hard work that's going on right now in the football program under Coach Kenny Evans, I think is really going to pay off. We have a very tough, difficult start to the year. 4 of our first 5 games we play teams that were in the Division II playoffs, the national playoffs.
Very competitive.
Yes, and one of our other early contests is playing in the first Division I team up in North Dakota. We're actually offering a promotional package for anybody who wants to travel with the team on the charter flight, and hotel accommodation, ticket to the game. You can check GoRiverhawksGo.com for those details, but we're going to set a price point beginning this Saturday of only $300 to come fly with the team.
What an experience.
It'll be awesome. It'll be a great time. And of course, that's one of those touchstone games for the program, playing the Division I for the first time.
Well, congratulations on that. That's going to be an exciting opportunity. So we move into basketball. Had a big basketball season this year, and let's talk just a minute about that.
Okay. Before we get to basketball, I just want to mention that our soccer programs are also doing very well. We made a coaching transition in women's soccer, and Coach Chase Wooten, Division I coach in Centenary, has traveled up here to Tahlequah to take over the reins of that program. We've had some immediate results in this spring, and so we hopefully are going to have a very competitive Lone Star championship competitive team in women's soccer. Coach Bobby Peterson, also his team was around 500 last year and during the fall campaign. From what he tells me in terms of the recruits, we can expect to have a better record and results in men's soccer too. But really, our basketball teams far exceeded expectations, I think, on both accounts. Our men finished second in the Lone Star Conference North, and their season ended in the semifinals of the Lone Star Conference playoffs. And then our women won the regular season North Championship, and they finished as a tournament runner-up up in Bartlesville at the Lone Star Championships in March. And then they did make the NCAA tournament as an at-large selection. They were seeded third in the South Central region, and they managed to beat UCO in the first round. That's always a fun win. With our big rival.
Yes, yes.
And then they defeated the MIAA champion, regular season, or tournament champion, excuse me, in Washburn, before succumbing to the eventual national champion. They went on, they not only beat us, but they went and actually won the national champion, and that was the Lady Hornets from Emporia State. But Sweet 16 performance for Northeastern State this year, excellent. We get 9 of the 11 starters back off of that team. So everything's trending really, really positively in both basketball programs.
And I enjoyed watching online. NCAA had a lot of the games on, I guess maybe all the games online. But what a great opportunity that those of us that couldn't travel to some of those games, we were able to watch it through the internet.
Well, the one thing about it is I was just so disappointed we didn't win that one more game to get to the Elite Eight, because that's when you get your exposure on ESPN and their family of networks, and that would just be tremendous.
Next year.
No pressure on Coach Randy Gibson and the girls next year. But
next year.
Anything less than Elite Eight, and we're talking about,
Well, I'm real proud of it. And one more thing before we go to a break is that I know that NSU has a long-standing history and tradition of a significant academic achievement of our athletes.
Absolutely.
And where a lot of schools do struggle with graduation of their athletes, community involvement of their athletes, mentoring and tutoring, I know that from being here on campus that they do achieve a lot of great things off the court or off the field.
Well, one thing I mentioned to our athletic faculty committee, we meet every semester, at least. In fact, we have a meeting coming up here next week. But one thing I mentioned to him is that's more a reflection of the General University and just how great this university is in terms of their academic success and some of the retention programs and some of the different, how professors get involved in the lives of our student athletes and general students. And really that's just a byproduct of what we're talking about in terms of graduation rate success, in terms of eligibility success. All those trackers that the NCAA have in place where we're coming up #1 in the Lone Star, I mean, that's just a reflection of this university. So I'll take credit for it, but really I'm just accepting the award on behalf of the university and what they do.
Okay, we'll share the credit. How's that? Hey, we're going to take just a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some real exciting plans and opportunities here in the future for NSU. So don't go away. We'll be right back.